Happy Wednesday, students. I wanted to do a video covering, really checking in with you all and covering the announcement for Wednesday today. So before we start with this announcement and kind of going through what you need to know for the second half of the week, I want to say something general about the announcements for the literature review module. It's so important that you read these announcements, watch these videos, and use these announcements and videos as informational in terms of teaching you lessons about the work that you have to do. So these announcements for this module are not simply reminding you to do your homework. They are actually giving you instructions on the work that you have to do. This particular paper, as I said on Monday, is different from anything you've really done up to now. And so you want to make sure that you're really reading through these announcements and understanding the concept of the work. All right. So by Thursday night, March 13th, you need to have watched this video. Let's go to Module 2, and we'll come here to Helpful Videos. You need to watch this Basics of Literature Review video in order to take your quiz. Okay, your quiz is found also at Module 2. If you scroll down, it's set up just like Module 1 was set up. So by Thursday, March 13th, be sure that you take that quiz. All right, so let me go back to our announcement. The second thing you have to do this week is, it's a fairly lengthy worksheet on finding your topic, refining your research question, and then finding two sources. So, a few notes about your research question. Once you start thinking about the topic that you're interested in, you want to go through that worksheet and ask yourself specific questions so that you are able to really zero in on a very narrow research question. You want that question to be focused, and focused on what the research says, not on how to solve a problem. Okay? Something you can find peer-reviewed studies on. But the main thing is you want to ask that question in this particular format here. What have researchers or scientists or experts, what have they studied or discovered or written about your topic? Okay? And so you want to phrase it in a question form, but you want to phrase it in a question form not about what is the impact of Instagram use on teenage girls' self-esteem, but what have researchers discovered about the impact of Instagram on teenage girls' self-esteem, because that keeps your focus retrospective on what has been studied already about this topic. Remember, you are not writing a traditional research paper. You aren't set out to solve a problem. You are doing a retrospective report on all the research that has been done up to now on your subject. Okay? So that's really the important distinction about what's a literature review versus a standard research paper. Okay. So now you have to go and find, ultimately you're going to find 5 sources. But by Sunday, you want to have found 2 out of the 5 sources. Okay? 2 out of the 5 sources by Sunday. You're going to log them in your source log. 2 sources, not 5, 2. You're going to use those keywords that you identified in your finding your topic worksheet, in that worksheet 1. Okay, So now you're going to have to go and fill out some information. You're going to basically do a reference page entry. So, and then you're going to write a brief annotation for both of those sources. 2 sources. I have to say that again. So I know I'm going to have people who think it's 5 sources by Sunday. It's 2 sources by March 16th. So this will look real similar to what you did for your literary analysis module 1. You're going to write a 5 to 7 sentence summary and a 1 to 2 sentence relevance. So in this case, it's only 2 things, not 3. Why did you select this article? How does it relate to that research question that you had? Okay. Now, you're going to say to yourself, I don't know anything about APA citations. That's fine. This is our starting point, and you are going to read through the mini lesson on APA citations. So, first bit here is I'd say, what is different between APA and MLA formatting? You're going to read through this carefully, okay? Then you're going to look at some samples. I have them here, and then I'll show you something in a second. Now, I tell you, you can use your citation generator, that library citation tool that's at each one of your articles when you find them. But you're going to want to check them for accuracy. So how do you do that? So you'll ask yourself these questions. Here's some other basic information. You want to read this through. Here's some common APA mistakes to avoid. Now finally, and I love this because I'm a visual person. So here I have, this is from APA Styles website. So here for journal and for book and for chapter in a book, because really that's all you're going to use, is just these 3 types. It's going to give you the breakdown of what you use and how to format it. It is a great tool. You must use this. You should look at this and then look at what you get from your citation generator and make sure that it's correct. All right. So any questions, be sure to email.